We're gonna be reacting to ways to tell a job is shit based on the interview by Legit DC. Legit Diet Coke.
Alrighty, I've had my fair share of jobs before, mainly fast food and retail. And well, listen, it might be your first job, it might be your second, it might be your third, but listen, I've got a secret technique, y'all. I'm gonna show you how you can avoid a dog shit job. Now, what's my definition of a dog shit job? A dog shit job in my book is when a coworker walks up to you and says, wow, I thoroughly cannot enjoy this job and I actively want to quit every day. So before I tell you how you can spot a shit job just based on the interview, and believe me, you can spot a shit job just based on the interview, we're looking for someone who's not afraid of hard work. This job has a lot of responsibilities. How much free time do you have? We've got to talk about the types of jobs there actually are, because there's two sides to this coin. On one side of this coin, we got a complete zombie job. There's no customers coming in and there ain't shit to do. You know, it's just you and maybe one other asshole. All right, dog, I got it all set up. You can use this as the X and I'm gonna use this as the O. All right, to make shit interesting, I'm gonna place $5 in this game. You take Cash App? Yeah, I can do Cash App. Now, to most, this kind of job sounds perfect. I can get paid by not doing shit and I don't have to deal with customers? Where the fuck do I sign? Now, on the flip side of that coin, there's a busy as fuck, work your ass off kind of job, where you basically get no breaks and you're running your dick off just to be making the same wage as the asshole who's sitting across the road doing nothing but standing at the counter. You know, he's working the graveyard shift. Ain't nobody walking in there. Meanwhile, your store's hella busy. Shit's busier than a McDonald's at fucking breakfast time. You're sitting back thinking, what the fuck? How much do I make an hour again? You get home and it feels like your feet just got shot by 3 bullets. Now, there's a little bit of wiggle.
Honestly, I would take the job that you don't do absolutely fucking nothing at all. Just because I think it would be like more just peaceful in a way. You have like a lot more time to just not do anything. But then again, if you're working so much, the time goes by way faster. But I don't want to be stressed out and like messing up an order or something like that if I'm working fast food place. Because fuck you, I'm getting paid minimum wage. Not going to give you a 5-star Michelin star restaurant type of service if you're paying like $10 for your food. You know, I'm just kind of doing the bare minimum at that point. But then again, I feel like the other side of the coin, what you guys talk about, if you do have a job where there isn't, well, it isn't that basically I've had a job. I worked at a steakhouse that was like brand new and they were just getting started, and I quit that job already just because there was like almost no people coming in because the location was kind of like horrible. The food was amazing, but the location was horrible. And the thing with that is that since it was like high end, if there was nothing to do, you just had to clean up the whole place. So it felt like I was like a cleaning crew that just came in and cleaned up everything. That would make absolutely like fucking stereotypes, because if you're working like as a server or bartender in like high-end restaurants, you're getting paid like what, $9 an hour, which is below minimum wage. So you just came in, had maybe one table come in, and just the rest of the shit just clean, wipe the windows, do this, do that, wipe this, I'll pass on that.
Talking about fast food, there really isn't. That's the basis. You're either working a dead job or a busy job. Retail's a little different. You can kind of fuck off in the back and do your own thing. But we're not talking about which job is the worst job here. We are here to find out how a job is shit just based on the interview. And you know, I don't know about y'all, but there's been times where I walk into restaurants just to see grease and slop on the floor. You know, people running over it, slipping and falling, getting injured. Now, if I was there, I'd tell them to reach out to a legal team. For example, the one at Morgan & Morgan. I mean, just think about this for a second. You slip and fall, you ain't getting nothing besides like get up and get back to work. You're slacking on paid time. But instead of just letting it go, you could talk to someone like Morgan & Morgan, which is America's largest personal injury law firm. Yo, hey guys, I just got hurt and I need money. Give me money, please. These medical bills are crazy. And your insurance that you pay thousands a year for responds with, well, hey man, I'm sorry that happened to you. I can offer you a lollipop and a glass of milk if that makes it better. Well, no, it doesn't make it better. This still sucks. You need a legal team. Morgan & Morgan. They won't settle for lowball insurance offers. Recently, they secured remarkable settlements like $12 million in Florida, which was 34 times more than what the insurance company initially offered, and $26 million in Philadelphia. 40 times the original offer. They'll fight just as hard to win your case if you become their client. And guess what? The best part, you only pay if you win your case. So I can say with personal confidence that fast food is not one of, but probably the worst job you could choose to take. I used to work fast food and that shit was terrible. The only thing that's good about it is the fact that you get hella discounts on their food, but if you actually want to work there, you're gonna be eating the same shit for like years on end. So is it really worth it? No. So listen, there's a lot of jobs out there, but for the sake of this video, let's just say
the Taco Bell around my area is packed 24/7. No matter what time I go, there's always a line. You have to wait a long time for you to get your food, and that always like drives me away because I don't want to wait in the line. The thing is that it goes like by outside of a main highway, so you would just see cars stacked like lined up on the side of the road of like a main road that is waiting for you to get some Taco Bell. It's not the best location just because it's kind of dangerous, and also it just takes way too long because they're always so busy. And honestly, they probably make a shit ton of money. They definitely have one of the best locations I've ever seen for Taco Bell.
Unfortunately applied at a fast food place, and now you gotta walk in for the interview. Hello, thanks so much for choosing Taco Bell to be your next exciting career path. Pause real quick, hold up. In this situation, when you're dealing with someone like this, you know, this unbearable, insufferable person, just off the first 5 seconds of meeting them, you need to ask them these questions. Hey, like, are you the store owner or the manager? You want to ask this because if she's the manager, oh, bro, you're done for. Just get up and walk out. It's not worth it. She's going to be here hating every day, fucking up your mojo. What's the point of trying? And you might be thinking, well, legit, maybe she's just having a bad day. You know, it is pretty early in the morning. Copium, straight bullshit, dog. You're drinking that fantasy frappuccino, dog. You might think they're having a bad day. You're just thinking to yourself, there's no way someone can be this much of an unlikable person. But no, there are people that are out there that are like that. So now you're stuck with this person as your manager. You're fucked, buddy. Should have stuck with the program, ass.
So one employee collect food stamps back for the
Now, back when I was working at the wall,
Some
there
people
was a
live like that.
supervisor who was so bad, I swear to God, I'm not making this up. About 6 of us in our department alone, including me, reported her to the management, and nothing happened. Now, when I say bad, I mean terrible. I will never talk about my old Walmart manager in a video, because if I did, first of all, none of you would believe me, and second of all, Walmart would file a cease and desist real quick. I'm telling y'all, when I was working there, I've seen this lady make some of our yellow badge coworkers cry. So if you really don't think having a bad manager or having bad employees matters, trust me, it does. It
does a
really,
lot.
really does. So another thing to look
One thing is that if you have like one of the a very like horrible manager, a lot of people quit just because they can't deal with that manager, like bad decisions. But if you have a good manager, like a lot of people will like working there. I have this one place I work at, which I love because the management is super nice, they're very flexible, the schedule is very flexible, the owners are very, very chill, and also the work environment, they pay good. And it's like based on how much people are in. So it's like a tip base, but I love it. The place I work in is probably one of the best places I work in, and I actually really enjoy working on where I work. But I'm gonna have to move regardless in a few months, so going away for college. But I love working there. I don't miss it.
out for an interview is their
Managers really do matter a lot.
clothes. I worked some places where I had to buy the whole uniform. They make you buy the whole outfit, like the shirt, the pants, the shoes, you know, the hats. The
Yeah.
jobs that make you do that are typically shit. Not just
And another thing is that the job that I work at, I can dress however I want, which is the best part. I can dress like very, very like not like a homeless, but you know how to be dressing casually, but I can choose what I want to wear, and I just put on a hat that says like the brand of the place that I work at.
because they make you spend $60 for a fucking uniform, but because the job itself doesn't actually feel like giving out $60 to hire you. That's how bad their turnover rate is. They literally don't want to waste $60 because they know you'll be gone in the next couple days. Okay, so I can probably get you clocked in Friday, and just so you know, you're gonna have to buy all the shit yourself, and that totals out to $120, paid in full now or tomorrow. Okay. Can't I just get that deducted from my first paycheck? No. Okay. Why? That's just not how it works around here. Okay, well, listen, because it's starting to sound like you expect me to pay you to work. Yeah, that sounds about right. And for some of you that are confused, if you're working in a fast food place, you're guaranteed going to have to wear non-slip shoes. So that's
Yeah,
why if you work at fast food,
non-slip shoes.
they typically make you buy shoes. But any good job is going to buy you the actual uniform. So another tip, and I'm going to make this one quick. I haven't worked too much fast food, but I've been in jobs that give 75% off any food you buy. And then there's other places that straight up don't give out any employee discounts.
Yeah.
And those jobs are bunk. Jobs like
10%
those don't actually care
discount
about
on
the employees. They just
the
want to make as much
steakhouse.
money as they can.
Fuck that.
Not just from their customers, but from you, the worker. Now, my final tip
Little
to finding a
burger.
good job, and this one's probably the hardest one to figure out, is snitches. The fuck? I'm telling y'all, some people I've worked with, they just can't help themselves. Like, they want to gargle the manager's balls. Like, holy fuck, Megan, with people like you around, I don't need enemies. Like, oh, looks like legit just took his 10-minute lunch break early. Well, we can't be having that. Like, get the fuck off my dick, Megan. I've got 10 hours shift. It's not my fault I have to eat to survive. I'm sitting over there on my lunch break talking to the deli guys. I look over, Megan's writing shit down in her little notepad she's got. You think I'm joking, but I'm not joking. It's not even like I was doing anything bad either. Like, I left the broom out, that shit's getting written down and told to the supervisor. It was insane. Like, I get off my lunch break late, oh, that shit's getting written down. Like, that bitch was the most active pocket watcher I have ever seen. Like, I'm telling you, Megan ain't a made-up character. No, that bitch, she was out here. She was out here. She really was. She was watching every step I took, every breath I made. One day they act like your friend. 2 hours later, when the supervisor gets there, there's fucking 3 different rumors going around about you. Like, no, I'm not smoking rocks on my break, Megan. Chill out. What the fuck? So if you can avoid these 5 things, fast food, shitty management, clothes, no discounts, snitches, I'd be willing to bet you're gonna get a pretty good job. Well, on some different shit, I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. For you non-Americans, Thanksgiving is basically where I think we shared a turkey with the Indians or some shit. I don't know. School probably taught me this shit back in 3rd grade, but they're off their fucking schizo meds if they think I'm gonna remember that shit this many years later. Anyway, so in conclusion, remember this. The triple F's. Fast food fucking sucks. Happy job hunting, y'all.
I really like that video. Shout out to Legit Dizzy. You're getting a like